All right, ladies and gentlemen, we want to thank you for taking some time out of your schedule this evening. Want to welcome you to our official Travelution hangout this evening. And for many of you, if this is your very first time taking a look at our program or our company, we want to thank you for taking some time out of your schedule today. For us, it's a privilege, and we appreciate you doing so. Um, as I go through some information, you may want to grab something to write with, and we're going to go ahead and try to make sure this screen looks good. Bear with me. This is my first time doing a Google Hangout, so I certainly appreciate you. Okay, so we should be fine. For those of you that I haven't had a chance to meet, my name is Bwana Thurman, and as one of the core three founders of this company, it is so exciting to be able to share some information with you guys. I took a look at this industry about 20 years ago, and it was a very humbling time in my life. For many of you, this is it was probably one of the most humbling times ever in my life. I was 21 years old. I just graduated from college, graduated from Morehouse with an honors degree in finance, and I couldn't find a job. And I stumbled across this industry of direct marketing. And what I'm going to share with you tonight is something that very few people have ever been able to do. Travelution has been able to master the combination of traditional business, the travel industry, which is one of the largest industries in the world, and combine that with the power of direct sales or networking. And I'm going to share with you why this magical concept and this magical combination is just, it's going to be a game changer for a lot of people. Most people nowadays, they would love to travel. They would love to go on vacation. You know, a lot of people do go on vacation, but there are a lot of people who may not be able to afford it. So what we're going to share with you today is the vision of Travelution and what we're here to do, and how this thing even came about. Number one, this is a travel focused company. We're a travel first company. And the vision is quite simple. We want to become the largest travel agency in the world. And we have a very clear vision, ladies and gentlemen. Over the next couple of years, we want to become one of the top 50 largest travel agencies in the world. In the next 5 years, we want to make it to the top 10. And with the foundation, the technology, the infrastructure, the leadership, and the management team that we've created, we are well on our way to be able to do something like that. Now, before I talk about who we serve, and I want to just share a little bit about the travel industry. Number one, the travel industry is a $7.58 trillion industry. That happens to be one of the largest, if not the largest, in the world. Here's the great part. Not only is it the largest industry in the world, it is predicted to double over the next decade. So I always ask people, if you were going to be a part and you were going to position yourself in front of a trend, if you were going to place yourself in the right place at the right time, wouldn't it make sense to place yourself somewhere where the industry was going to continue to grow, where it was a recession-proof industry, where it was expected to double over the next 8 to 10 years? Well, that's where we are, ladies and gentlemen. And how do I know this? Because travel is the number one research word on the internet. How do I know this? The baby boomers are retiring every 20 seconds. And when the baby boomers retire, guess what they want to do? They want to travel. The millennials has actually become the largest travel group in the world. You know why? Because they're having kids. Families like to go at least take one vacation a year. And so we have the ability to step in front of this major trend. And we've taken some steps such as creating some of the best training in the industry and providing the best technology that nobody else has seen. And I want to share with you how we're going to serve people and actually who we serve. The first person that we're going to serve are our VIP clients. Now, understand this, ladies and gentlemen. Our VIP clients are the foundation of our company. We want our clients to have an experience like they wouldn't experience nowhere else. And we do that by providing several opportunities for our VIP clients to do a lot of things. Number one, they're going to be able to save some money. And here at Travelution, saving money is more than just a value. When a VIP client, when someone is interested in traveling, we always provide a free evaluation for all of our clients. And our VIP clients know that we're going to give them the biggest bang for their buck and give them the best value for their buck also. And that's so important. Also, our VIP clients are going to be able to leverage the extensive training that we've had. And I'll get a little bit more into that. But our goal is to make sure that a VIP client is more than just a confirmation number. And our focus is definitely on that VIP client. Now, the other person we serve is our agents. You may be sitting in front of your computer right now or looking at your phone, looking at this quick webinar saying, you know what, 2016, I want it to be a better year. I want to make sure I end up in 2016 better off than I was in 2015. You know, the crazy part, a long time ago, one of my mentors, he told me the definition of insanity. And he said it was doing the same thing over and over and over again, expecting a different result. How many of you have seen people that just kind of bop through life and every year nothing ever changes? They just do the exact same thing and they get the exact same results. Or some of you may be sitting here saying, you know what? I would love to be able to generate some part-time or some full-time income, or maybe even some replacement income. How many of you on the phone or on this webinar would love to possibly fire your boss? Well, listen, ladies and gentlemen, you don't have to do any of that. This is something that you can build on a part-time basis at your leisure. And we're going to show you how we serve our agents here. First of all, let's talk about our VIP clients. First of all, we're going to save our clients a lot of time. I don't know about you guys, but before I was an agent, you know, if I wanted to go on a vacation, a cruise, or an all-inclusive resort or something like that, I literally spent hours, hours of research trying to find the best price and really just didn't value my time as much as I should have. Well, a lot of people think that if you use a travel agent, you're going to end up spending more money. And it's just the opposite. A travel agent is not only here to save you time, but also here to save you money. And make sure that you're not a confirmation number. We focus on you, the VIP client, no matter what your budget is. You know, we provide top quality VIP customer service. You know, I've seen people who have had issues in the past traveling and they didn't have anybody to call. Or if you try to call Travelocity or Expedia or Hotwire, they're not going to help you. They're not going to do anything to provide that VIP quality customer service. But here at Travelution, you will. This is the most important. We want to make sure that you don't spend unnecessary money. You know, saving money, ladies and gentlemen, is something that everybody likes to do. I don't care who you are. And we're going to talk about some ways to save money just for being an agent and being able to travel the world for pennies on the dollar. We'll talk about that in a moment. But for any of you who are really seeking a VIP client experience on a budget, all I can say is keep your ears and your eyes open because it's going to blow your mind with what you're about to see. Now, what's special about our travel agents? There are lots of things, but it starts off with our professional training. Ladies and gentlemen, I have been a part of the travel industry and I've been around companies that didn't provide what I like to call quality professional training. there was maybe an hour of training where I don't think you can learn about a $7.5 trillion industry in an hour of training. One of the things that we have specialized here at Travelution is our management team put together a travel training university. And when I tell you this, when you go through this training program, you're going to become a mean, lean travel agent machine. More importantly, being able to leverage the knowledge of our company, the experience of our company, to be able to leverage the professionalism of our company, the relationships of our company. These are things that you can't even put a price tag on. But it starts with, we have an extensive training, ladies and gentlemen. It's broken down into about 38 different modules. And we go through information from, how to establish a business concept, how to create a niche for your business, how to develop what we like to call that $1 million client, how to deal directly with the vendors, how to find your clients the best pricing with the best value, how to follow up with that client and get referrals from that client. I mean, everything that you would need to know, from how to write off taxes and have maximize all of your tax benefits of being in this industry. There is nothing that you will not have an opportunity to learn through our training program. Not only that, we're connected to the best rates in the travel industry. And the reason that is because the owners of our company have had a relationship with these vendors now for over 10 years. They've been booking travel with our premium vendors. And last year alone, they did over $16 million in travel booking through these vendors, these premium vendors. We'll talk a little bit more about that in just a moment. Also, our agents are set up for all segments of travel. See, when I used to think of travel, I would just think about somebody going on a vacation. But travel is such a large industry. I mean, travel is going to an amusement park. Or when you do go, maybe if you're scheduling a trip to New York, all of the activities that come along with that, maybe a Broadway show or a play, or maybe, just doing some sightseeing. No matter what the situation is, ladies and gentlemen, we focus on all segments of travel. Some of you may want to specialize in sporting events, going to the All-Stars, the World Series, the Super Bowl, no matter what, concert tickets, and in addition to, international travel and flights and car rentals and all-inclusives and group travel. Any segment of travel we can specialize in, and we can definitely help you accommodate all of your travel needs. We also focus on helping you understand the fine print. I don't know about you guys, but I can't stand reading the fine print. To have somebody to do that for me is absolutely fun. And make sure we don't make any mistakes as we're booking our travel. It's a neat advantage to have. And as I already talked about, saving time, that is absolutely priceless, and saving money. I mean, if you got a chance to save a couple $1,000s this year, let's say you went on 2 or 3 vacations a year. And ladies and gentlemen, this can be personal travel, business travel, leisure travel, vacation travel. It doesn't matter what it is. We can definitely save you time and definitely save you some money. But I want to ask you this. If you were able to save an extra $1,000 this year from all of your personal, vacation, or business travel needs, wouldn't it be worth it to use an agent and become that VIP client? That's what we offer. And last but not least, we can help you troubleshoot any problems that you may have. I mean, think about it, ladies and gentlemen. I was talking with a young lady the other day who she went to Italy. And, this was before I met her and told her about the possibility of being her travel agent. She said she was over in Italy and something happened and she needed to change something around and absolutely had nobody that could help her. And she ended up spending more money to get something changed around versus maybe having an agent that had her back, was on her side, and could help her kind of maneuver through any problems that may have come up. So who is Travelution? If you look at the pictures, Travelution, we got started in Jacksonville, Florida, ladies and gentlemen. This was one of the major features of me signing up with this company. Our host agency has been booking travel for over 10 years, but we officially launched this thing in Jacksonville in November of last year. And the reason I mention that is because for any of you who are looking for an opportunity, for any of you that you ever wanted to be at the right place at the right time, for any of you that maybe you've said before, man, I wish I could have heard about that company when it was just getting started. Well, let me tell you something, ladies and gentlemen, there's less than 300 agents in this company. And by the end of this year, we will have thousands and thousands of agents. And we're going to talk about how you can benefit from that in just a moment. But Travelution was made up from some of the best people. And I say that not just professionals, but just best people that I know. Up top, you'll see Dusty and Amanda Devon and their two sons. One of the things that I've known them for years now, and I actually call him my homeboy. I call Dusty my homeboy because we're both from Alabama. And literally, I have seen this guy go out and not only make millions of dollars in traditional business, but I've also seen him earn millions of dollars in the direct sales industry. But more importantly, what I love about him is he has a passion for travel. More than anything else, he loves to travel. He loves to see people's dream vacations come to fruition. And it's because of his real passion for this industry. Not only that, he was able to partner up with Dave Manning and Faraday Husseinapour. And these are some of the most genuine and real people that I know. And not only that, I haven't met too many people that have made more income than them. But more than that, ladies and gentlemen, you know, when I first met them, Dave said something that was so powerful. He said, Buana, is not how much money you make, it's how much you can keep. But to have people that have been there, done that, to have the wisdom that Dave and Faraday have, the experience that they are putting into Travelution, it is absolutely priceless. And what I like to, when I talk about the management team, what I like to say is we have a management team that is successfully experienced. Because how many of you have seen people that have been successful, but they got lucky? Or maybe you've seen people that had a lot of experience, but they've never been successful. I think it's so important to have both. And so when it comes to our management team and our leadership, it's second to none. And they've gone out and they've made some major investment in us. Major technology investment, ladies and gentlemen. They have invested hundreds of thousands of dollars to make sure that we are a tech-savvy, tech-friendly, simple. Matter of fact, Dusty was talking about it today. I heard him talking to someone. He said, if there are 3 words that would describe Travelution, number 1 would be simple. Number 2 would be compliance. And last but not least, experience. We want everybody to have an experience of a lifetime. Our clients, our vendors, our agents, everybody deserves to have a real true experience when they deal with Travelution. And so the vendor relationships, as I told you, they've been for over 10 years now. Our focus is making sure that our clients are satisfaction guaranteed. We want to make sure the travel agent has an experience of a lifetime. And not only that, we provide direct sales training that is second to none. And we'll talk a little bit more about that. Now, becoming an agent is very simple. As a matter of fact, when I first sat down with these guys and they told me what it costs to become an agent, I was like, is that it? Because fortunately, I've had an opportunity to experience the travel industry, and I've seen people and met people who have spent thousands of dollars to become a travel agent. I've seen agencies that make people spend hundreds of dollars for their training, and it continues to get higher and higher and higher. And I've seen people that pay hundreds of dollars a month for a hosting fee. And so one of the things, as I said before, that sums up Travelution: simple. It is a one-time $249.95 fee, ladies and gentlemen, to become an agent. And I think personally that's a joke. Matter of fact, that covers all of your certification, all of your licensing, all of your training, everything for the $249.95. And our hosting fee is only $69.95 per month. And when you hear what comes along with this, it's going to blow your mind, because if you've ever been in the direct sales industry, you've never heard of another company that is providing and offering what we provide. Number one, we have a complete back office tool suite. What that simply means is everything you need to know about your business, from tracking of your commissions, tracking your travel commissions, your agent commissions, from literally having a complete business development customer support. I mean, from 9 to 5 every day. Any questions that you may have about your business. If you even want to refer clients to our customer support will book all of the travel for you and still pay you 60% of the commission. We have a complete internet marketing tool suite. And this internet marketing tool suite, it is one of the best that I've ever seen in the industry. I mean, from the splash or capture pages to the autoresponders to the, anything that you would ever need. We have a virtual business card that has reviews and has information about your agency and why one would use an agency. And anything that you can possibly think about to leverage and advertise and market and expand your business, they have it. They provide it. We have a complete marketing resource center that will provide brochures and PDFs and any tools that you may need to educate your clients about our premium vendors. We have the online training university that you have access to at any time. Can you imagine that? If you need to refer back to your training, you go back to it, anything you need to know, and the training is just going to get better and better and better. We have top tier vendor commissions because of the relationships that we've had with these vendors for years, because of the amount of volume that we've sold with these vendors. We get top tier vendor commissions. And when you go out and you have a client that you service, you're going to be able to earn 80% of the commission split, ladies and gentlemen, 80%. So, and that's where you start off at. There are a lot of companies out there that will start you off at 50% or 60%. We start all of our agents off at 80% vendor commission split. And just to put the cherry on top, the icing on top of the cake, literally, ladies and gentlemen, we have agent discounts that, in my opinion, just make this whole concept become a no-brainer. Can you imagine going on your own personal business or vacation travel needs and getting net rates, getting unpublished rates, getting wholesale rates? See, I want to ask you something real quick. If you were getting ready to purchase a vehicle, and your vehicle, you could go directly to the manufacturer, or you could go to the dealership out on the bypass, where do you think you're going to get the best price? Obviously, at the manufacturer. Well, if you're getting ready to go on vacation and you have a choice between going to an online retail booking site like Expedia, Hotwire, Travelocity, or getting it wholesale directly from the vendor, where do you think you might get the better prices? And ladies and gentlemen, that's what we have access to. Not only that, we have some amazing fam trips. Oh my goodness. We just came back from one of our first company fam trips. We went down to Club Med down in South Florida. And all I can say, ladies and gentlemen, I wasn't even aware that there was an all-inclusive in the United States. So for any of you that may be in a position where you don't want to have to buy a plane ticket, or you don't want to have to go get a passport to go out of the country, can you imagine going to an all-inclusive, all you can eat, all you can drink, all the activities that cost nothing? It's like one of those leave your wallet at home vacations. Well, one of the benefits of becoming an agent is some of the benefits that we actually earn. And I did say that it's an earned benefit. We get a chance to go on fam trips, because once you pass your travel agent training, the next thing that happens is these vendors, they want us to come experience their property. Why? Because if you can come out and live that experience and enjoy that experience yourself, how many of you think it would be easier to talk about it to a potential client? And ladies and gentlemen, that's all we do. We get a chance to go visit these properties, learn about these properties, and live that experience so we can share that experience. But you know what? These are just some examples of some of those discounts and fam trips that I was just talking about. Now, before I go through some of these, I want you to realize and note that there's a disclaimer at the bottom. These discounts are earned, and what they're earned through continuous education through Travelution, and some of the suppliers actually have additional vendor education that you'll have to go through. But boy, can I tell you, it is well worth it, because a lot of us, we had, maybe, I think the whole 3 days we were down at Club Med, we may have had 4 or 5 hours of training. And the rest of the time was our free time, and we got a chance to really enjoy those properties. And I promise you, you can get with the person that invited you on this hangout, and they can definitely tell you about their experience if they got a chance to go. And if they didn't get a chance to go, they heard about it on social media or through some of the other agents in the company. But here are just a few examples. IHG, Marriott, Carnival Cruise, Norwegian Cruise Lines, Royal Caribbean. These are some of our premium vendors that we deal directly with. And just to kind of give you an example, I mean, can you imagine going to any IHG property, which would be like a Crown Plaza, Holiday Inn, Venetian out in Las Vegas? Can you imagine going to these properties and getting a minimum of 30%, 35% off the best rate? That's pretty neat. Can you imagine going to a Marriott and getting an average nightly rate of $75, ladies and gentlemen? And based on your education through Marriott, in some cases, $35 and $40 per night. It's amazing. And just to give you a few quick examples, here's one, 4 days and at Sandals Beaches, which I'm excited about learning a lot more. Once you become a certified sandals specialist, you get a chance to sometimes experience their property absolutely free. And the only thing you have to pay for is your airfare. Here's another example. They got a 7-night Caribbean cruise on Norwegian Cruise Lines out of Miami. All fees, all taxes included for $347. Ladies and gentlemen, something like that would cost you probably minimum $500-600. We have another example, the Wynn Resort out in Las Vegas. I mean, can you imagine going out to Las Vegas, having accommodations for 2 nights for 2 people, a reception, appetizers, breakfast, dinner, and a show? And guess how much that costs? A fat zero. You know why? Because they want us to come and experience the Wynn Resort. They want us to learn about their property, experience a real blast from the past, and not only that, learn about their property so we can share that experience with other people. And last but not least, can you imagine going to Cancun on Apple Vacations and have your airfare, lodging, meals, drinks, transfers, and a guide, everything for $249? All I got to say is, ladies and gentlemen, very few people in the world have access to this. Very few people. And we are so excited to be a part of an agent that has the connections and has the leverage to allow us to enjoy this. Now, just to kind of give you an example, as an agent, and I didn't realize this until I just started learning more about that travel agent life, ladies and gentlemen. Some of you, you know, if you could just earn an extra $400 or $500 a month, or an extra $400 or $500 a year, you know, it would be worth it just from the money that you're going to save off of the travel savings. But I learned this not too long ago, ladies and gentlemen. The average travel agent, I think it was 2014, earned over $34,000 a year working from home. So I want you to think about this. Can you imagine working from home, setting your own pace, working at your own speed, and anytime people were getting ready to do any type of travel, can you imagine being able to book their travel and just earn some extra money? And when, you know, I don't have time to go through the technology, but can you imagine having some technology where the same amount of time it took you to go to kayak and put some information in about a trip, you could do that with our back office, and you got access to wholesale rates, and you were able to mark those rates up because you knew the absolute lowest price that was offered on the internet? All I can say, ladies and gentlemen, that kind of technology is coming. We're so excited about it. But just to give you an example of how we get paid as far as our travel commissions, let's just say you booked a cruise for someone. And let's just say 2 people went on a cruise, and that cruise was $1,000. Now that's pre-tax and fees. That's just a flat base rate. So you paid that client paid $1,000 for that cruise. Well, most of our vendors, we have at least a 14% commission. So if you think about, they went on that cruise, it may have taken you 15, maybe 30 minutes, maybe an hour, maybe 2 hours. I want you to just think about it. What if it took you 2 hours? What happens is that 14% commission would be paid to Travelution. What that would equal is $140 would be paid to Travelution. Now, remember I said a little earlier, our agents start off at an 80-20 vendor commission split. 80% going to you, which would be $112, and 20% going to the company, which would be $28. Now, here's my question, ladies and gentlemen. If you divide 112 divided by 2, I think that's 56, if I'm not mistaken. What if it did take you 2 hours? How many of you earn $56 an hour? It's just a perspective, ladies and gentlemen, because what if you booked that trip on the weekend? Or what if you booked that trip on one evening after you got off work? Can you imagine just being able to generate some extra income on the side, working at your own pace? What if you were able to make an extra $500 a month? Ladies and gentlemen, that's about a $6,000 a year raise. What do you have to do right now to get a $6,000 raise on your current job? Just a perspective to think about it. Now, we also have a direct sales piece, which I personally believe is one of the most fair and one of the most dynamic business models that has ever been created. And as I said, Travelution has taken the power of traditional business, combined it with the largest industry in the world, and attached the power of a direct sale business model. It doesn't get any better, ladies and gentlemen. I'm not going to go through all the details of how we get paid because most of it will probably confuse you. Here's what I want you to remember about our compensation plan. 3 to free and 6 to max. All that simply means is 3 for free and 6 to match. It's very, very, very simple, ladies and gentlemen. That simply means it takes 3 other agents to get your hosting fee waived and 6 agents to max out this compensation plan. In other words, they have spent tens of thousands of dollars building a database that calculates everybody's checks, so it's not something you need to worry about. But if you went out and you got 6 people, 6 other agents that looked at this business model and said, man, I would love to travel the world for pennies on the dollar. I would love to receive $5,000 to $8,000 a year in tax deductions. I would love to start experiencing some true freedom and getting out of debt. And once you got 6 people, you max out the comp plan. And I say that because most compensation plans, you got to jump through hoops and do about 5 backflips just to get to the top. As a matter of fact, the last company that I was a part of, you had to enroll to reach the top of the compensation plan, to max it out. You had to personally enroll 20 new people. And you had to help 3 of those 20 people enroll 15. And out of those 15, they had to help 3 of those people enroll 10. And I'm not exaggerating one bit. And that's what you had to do to max out the compensation plan. But we have some excellent upfront money. We call that a fast start bonus. All that simply means is if you show another agent how to get started in Travelution, Travelution sends you a check for $72 and says, hey, thank you for introducing that new agent to our company. We appreciate it. Here's a check for $72 the following week. We have a 3x10 forced matrix. I'm not going to go through the details. Just understand this. There's less than 300 people in this company right now, and the people that get started in the very beginning are going to be rewarded tremendously. We have matching bonuses. All that, imagine this at your job. Imagine if on your job, every person you train, the company sent you a 10% matching bonus of their entire paycheck. Can you imagine that? Well, here, ladies and gentlemen, the reason I say it's one of the most fair business models I've ever seen is because where else can you go where you have an incentive to help your agents become better than you? We have luxury lifestyle bonuses. We're not going to make you go out and get a certain kind of car and a certain color that you may not even like. The company says, look, we're just going to give you the cash. And that ranges anywhere from $200,000 to $20,000 a month. And then we have global bonus pools. All I can say, we have one of the most generous, one of the most lucrative compensation plans that I've ever seen. And more importantly, the magic word, simple. So ladies and gentlemen, all you need to do at this point is get back with the person that invited you on this hangout. Let them know they're going to give you a travel survey. As a matter of fact, right below the link that you're looking at, right at the bottom of the page, you can go and click on that link if you want to get started as an agent. And so you just need to figure out which option best suits you. Some of you may be saying, you know what, man, if you guys can just show me how I can save some money, I'm in. I'm in. I would love it, love it, love it. And ladies and gentlemen, you are the foundation of this company. We value you as a VIP client, and we will save you money. We'll save you time. We'll allow you to leverage our knowledge and experience. And more importantly, you will be treated like a VIP client. And if that's you, we look forward to working with you and helping you gain all of your travel needs. The second type person just says, you know what, man, you could have shut up about 30 minutes ago. I'm ready for that agent life. I'm ready to become an insider in the travel industry. I'm ready to be able to go on fam trips and experience things that very few people get a chance to experience for pennies on the dollar. I'm ready to be able to travel at a wholesale cost. I'm ready to be able to get $5,000 to $8,000 in additional tax benefits this year. I mean, do you realize what I just said? Do you understand, just by being a part of this company, just for signing up, you put yourself in a position to add an extra $5,000 to $8,000 to your income this year, just from tax deductions? It's pretty neat. And more importantly, you will be able to earn as much money as you want to. The sky's the limit. You don't have a cap on your income. You don't have somebody telling you how much money you're worth. And more importantly, you get a chance to duplicate your efforts and have other people helping you generate your income. J. Paul Getty He was one of the first recorded billionaires. He said, I'd rather have 1% of 100 people rather than having 100% of my own efforts. And it's so crazy, ladies and gentlemen, because prior to this industry, if I didn't go to work, I didn't get paid. And I quickly learned that successful people, they just do things a little bit different. See, if they go to work, they get paid. But if they don't go to work, guess what still happens? They still get paid. If you want to live that agent life, if you want to become an insider in the travel industry, we welcome you. Click on the link below. Get yourself signed up. We do have a few more founder positions available. You need to talk with, you definitely need to speak with whoever invited you on this call. And if you have any questions, we'd be more than happy to help you. So thank you again for your time. Thank you for your attention. Good night. God bless. And we will see you on the beaches of the world. And by the way, ladies and gentlemen, I am so sorry. For those of you, I forgot to mention this. In about 20 minutes, the CEO of our company is going to be doing another live hangout. And this is for people who got a chance to hear a little bit of information about this company. But here's what I want to talk to you about real quick. This is a gentleman who went out and in about, I would say in about 4 months, he became one of the top 5 people in another travel company. And what he did in those first 4 months, he went over the type of training that he's getting ready to go over in just a moment. It's called 30-30. And ladies and gentlemen, in about 30 minutes, he's going to go over some information about capitalizing on tax benefits. He's going to go over some information on how to market and advertise and expand your business. And more importantly, he's going to talk about some travel training. In about 15 minutes, ladies and gentlemen, he's going to start at 10 o'clock sharp. And I'm telling you, this is what grew his business to over 1,000 agents in about 4 months. If you want to know how to really maximize your tax benefits, you need to jump on. If you want to know how to get off to a fast start, you need to jump on. If you want to know exactly how to begin to advertise and market your business, you need to jump on. I'm telling you right now, it is going to be a life-changing training. And if I were you, I would not miss it. He's going to take 30 minutes, go through some information, and we'll see you guys in about 15 minutes. Don't miss out.